I just want to welcome those that are here for the first time and those that are not newcomers. Please, thank you for coming back. Don't forget to subscribe, like, or leave a comment below. So, and I think Happy New Year. This is the first video we are uploading in 2021. It has been a busy year. We just started off, and I've skipped 2 months without giving you anything. January, February, March, 2. So, but nevertheless, today I want to alert you on a particular book that I just read recently. The reason being that it's an interesting book, and I want everybody to read it because it will change how you look at life, how you approach life, and how you handle certain situations in your life. The book is by Dr. Spencer Johnson. I bet most of you have seen, read it, heard about it. The title is Who Moved My Cheese? Who moved my cheese? Like, who dared to move my cheese? I've been eating from this cheese for so long, then somebody decided to move my cheese. And the subtitle is An Amazing Way to Deal with Change in Your Work and in Your Life. So, in totality, the book is about how we as human beings adapt or deal with change. In the book, there are 4 characters, 4 of them. One of these characters, he looks around wherever he is. He keeps checking for new opportunities and keep checking and observing possible changes that might come in wherever they are, in their life, in their career, in their love life, or wherever. So very observant, they check around. Every time they observe any single change in the environment, they will notice and they will prepare themselves for new change. If change comes, they do not hesitate. They move along with the change. And that's what's referred to in this book, that when your cheese move, you should be able to move with your cheese. And that's what they are referring to in this book, that your cheese is that comfortable area in your life. That your work environment, your position, your marriage, your relationships, your house, your town where you are, you don't want to move out of that town. You are so entitled to it. You feel it's part of you. Even applying for a new job in a different town, you don't want, because you feel you don't want change. You have established friendship in that town. I think this one is talking to me. You have established friendship in that town and connections and everything. So you are hesitant to change because you don't want to go and start again. So that's one character. The second character and the first character, they work together. The first one, they check around, they are very observant. The second one is action, because there are people who sees what is happening, they check around but they don't act. So these 2 characters, they work together. They observe any change. The second character push for change, they run. Okay, then there is a third character. This one is moderate. They don't like change, but they are very open-minded. They are willing to learn and adapt to new things, to new changes. That means that this third character, if their cheese is moved from a particular place, they are willing to learn. Why is my cheese not here? Maybe let me explore and find another cheese. In as much as they are hesitant, there is willingness to leave that comfortability, even though it's very hard for them. So they get to adapt to new things that came with that change. So, and then we have the last character. This one is very dormant, stubborn. And I think many of us are in this category or this character. Stubborn, dormant, hesitant to change. We don't want to change. We are very comfortable with our marriages. You know, you used to look very nice and beautiful before you got married. And now that you're married, you just let things like that. And at workplace, you, since your last degree in 2019, or 19 years ago, you never upgraded yourself, so you are comfortable with yourself in that position, and you don't want anybody to touch your cheese. Then the book is saying, you will be the one that is asking, who moved my cheese? When eventually your company decides to restructure, when eventually your love partner decides, no, you are not building me, you are not helping me, you are not being who you used to be, I'm leaving you. You are that person that is hesitant and so comfortable that you do not upgrade yourself and you don't see change coming. Your partner might be giving you signals to change, that they want new things, but you are not. You're not picking them up because you have closed your mind, you're so comfortable. Every time you come from work, you carry your newspaper along, you sit here, you read your newspaper, and then you wait for dinner served to you. There's no day of your life when you came earlier from work and then you prepare dinner for your wife. I'm talking about men. But that's just another aspect of this fourth character. Very dominant, stubborn, not willing to change. If it's in a workplace, it's those people that will tell you, I've worked here for 30 years and we never had something like that. Things were never like that and it will not change. It's even worse if they're in leadership or managerial position, because this is what kills many entities and organizations, companies, because of this fourth character kind of dominant people in managerial position who do not want to change, very stagnant. The last time they had a degree or graduation on an upgrade, a certificate, postgraduate in their life is 20 years ago. And the world has revolved. Things have changed how you do things. And these people do not want change. The thing is that when you have somebody like this in managerial position, I'm talking about the fourth character who is dominant to change, who doesn't want change. There is new blood that's coming into the system. And most of this blood that's coming into the system, these new people, they normally come as either first or second character or a combination, where they check around what is happening in the market, they want to improve the policies of the company, and then the implementation should happen. So they come and put pressure on the folks that say, I have worked here for 30 years and things were never like that. So that's the fourth character. And just to sum it up, this book gives a story about these four characters. They started off, all of them, they went to one particular area looking for cheese. They were looking for survival. All of them, four of them. And they found one big piece, one area that has got cheese. It's called Station what? Station C, I think. Yes, where they all gathered, four of them, and they started enjoying the cheese. They started getting comfortable, everything. They even throw away their running shoes, because how they got to find that cheese, they had to run around. It was confusing, you get lost, So they got this cheese and they got comfortable. Mind you, the first and the second character, they have that character in them and they never throw it away. The first character who sniffs around has been noticing the changes in the piece of the cheese, that it is becoming smaller. And he has been always checking around what could be the cause. And then he notified the other one that this cheese will get finished very soon. The other one, remember, is the one who is on action. He gets advised, we move. Okay? He's an executor, an executive. So he notified the other one that this cheese one day to get finished and we should get ready for change. That means we should get ready to look for another cheese in this wilderness. So it happened, one day the cheese disappeared. And these two characters were already ready to find new opportunities. They call it new cheese. So the day it disappeared, they took their shoes, their running shoes, they continued searching for new cheese, searching for new opportunities, because they were ready. They anticipated the change. Okay, these two characters. Then there's a third character and there's the fourth one that remained behind. These ones, they were wondering, they showed up at a place where the cheese was normally, and then they asked the question, where the title of the book now comes in, who moved my cheese? The question comes from the fourth character. He asked, who moved my cheese? Like the entitlement, the cheese was never theirs. But they developed that entitlement. So he was asking, who moved my cheese? Who moved my comfortable job? Who dares to bring in new structure that will change my position? You know, who dares to divorce me because I'm not doing what? Who dares to take away my kids? Who dares to take away my happiness in my marriage? Who dares to take away my friends? Who dares to move me from one town to another? So that's the question, who moved my cheese? So with that being said, you got the question of the book. Now, I want you to find out what happened to the two characters that are left behind trying to ask the question, who moved my cheese? And also, I want you to find out in this book about what happened to the other two guys that are executives, that's the move, that are ready for change when they have moved. What happened? And you can only find out if you go and buy this book. You can find it in Windhoek, a book den. I think I'll try to put their numbers here, their details here. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and also to like or comment. Let's discuss.